I started Girl Scouting in 1948 as a Brownie Scout, and we met at the Scout House, which is just up the hill, about 100 yards from the house I live in now.
And I became involved in Girl Scouts because of Casey, because I applied to go to a Girl Scout camp as a counselor when I graduated from high school, and she was my first boss, and we've been in Scouts ever since.
I'm going on my 66th year in Scouting. You're going on your 46th, I think.
40, yeah.
At the last training we did, somebody had said, well, have you been in Scouting very long? And I said to them, between the two of us, we've been in Scouting more than 100 years.
So we're just as old as the Girl Scout organization itself.
Darn near. My mother was very interested in showing me about the stars. And as soon as I could, she would take me out in front of the house. Things were darker at that point. We didn't have all these wonderful lights everywhere. And see the stars at night. And she would point out the constellations. And pretty soon, I was pointing out constellations to her.
This is a group of senior Girl Scouts who wanted to do something for the town of Shelby. And they created a wetlands path that we have north of town here. And to make that project come into fruition, those girls needed lots of skills. So they had to go and present themselves to the mayor and describe what they wanted to do, how they wanted to label this trail so that it could be usable for the town of Shelby from then on. They had to do research and find the names of the plants that were growing there. And then we had a girl that was pretty savvy with computers, so she created the printed form then as to what each plaque was going to look like. They had to go and meet a silkscreen artist who created the plaques for them. They enlisted the help of their dads to dig the post holes, and they helped dig those holes, so they needed lots of skills. And yet to this day, I think it has helped those girls grow. They are all in college. They've graduated from college by now. One of them is actually working for FEMA, and she goes and helps at disasters. They're choosing non-traditional roles because they're not afraid to do what they want to do.
I think the other thing that's helping today is that the Journey program, as well as the badges, are now geared to a lot of service. And this is definitely sending them out on missions that would say, I have to talk to people, I have to be respectful, I have to be caring, I have to try to do all of these things and get them right the first time. Scouting gives you an imagination to find ways to solve any problem that you can think of. So be imaginative, do well, have fun. There is an answer to everything.
I think Juliet Lowe, in writing the original Girl Scout law, it is still very important today, the actual promise that we make. It is important to serve God, country, and help others. And if we all would do that,
the world would be a
better
whole
place.
better
So
place.
it is definitely a role model, a way of life that can serve forever. The flame of friendship true, the joy we've had in knowing you, will last our whole life through.
And
As the embers die away, we wish that we might ever stay. But since we cannot have our way, we'll come again some other day.